Happy
Honestly, I haven't
birthday,
laughed this hard
Dad.
in ages.
Emily's
It's so
voice
good to
filled
see
the room.
everyone.
It really
I smiled
is. We
weakly,
should do this more
watching
often.
her light the
I'll
candles on
definitely
my
drink to
cake.
that.
50 flames flickered, but my heart felt silent. Tom joked, "You're not old, just seasoned." I laughed softly, but inside, I felt tired. Love seemed like a chapter 1 closed long ago. Margaret's face haunted my memories, framed in photos around the house. Emily sat beside me, concern in her eyes. "You're lonely, aren't you?" "I'm fine," I said quickly. Tom leaned in. "You're too young to give up." "I don't think love waits for me anymore," I confessed, voice low. Emily shook her head. "Maybe it's just different now." The empty chair at the table caught my eye. It was like a symbol, full of absence. Emily mentioned Claire, a friend of her mother-in-law. "She's nice. You'd like her." I shook my head. At my age? No. Inside, I admitted a deeper truth. I was scared. Scared that loving again could shatter me worse than losing Margaret did. Tom smiled gently. "You might be surprised." I looked at the candles again, feeling the weight of years, memories, and the quiet hope I barely dared to name. 50 candles burned bright, but one empty chair reminded me love might still find a way, even if I wasn't ready to believe it yet. I sighed. Maybe some things are worth the risk. And deep inside, I wondered if my heart still knew how to beat for someone new. I didn't want to go to the charity event. Emily insisted. "It's good for you." Claire was there, laughing easily with a group. She caught my eye and smiled. "Hi, I'm Claire," she said. "I'm Mark," I replied. "You don't look like you belong here," she teased. "Neither do you," I said. She laughed. "I lost my husband." "I'm sorry," I said quietly. "It wasn't simple," she said. "He left before he died." "That must have been hard," I said. "It was cold, messy." Her honesty surprised me. She touched my arm lightly. I froze. "Sorry," she whispered. "No, it's fine," I said, though my heart raced. We talked more. I told myself it was just conversation. Later, at home, I stared in the mirror. Is this betrayal? I asked myself, wanting again. The reflection didn't answer. I felt anger. At myself. At hope. Margaret wouldn't want this, I said aloud. But I wanted Claire. I wanted her smile that didn't ask for permission. I wanted to see her again. And that scared me more than I expected. Because maybe, just maybe, my heart wasn't as quiet as I thought. "Your phone again," Rachel said with a smile. "I can't help it," I told her. "Her voice is calming." Tom laughed. "Jump in, Mark. Don't just dip your toes." "I'm not sure," I said. "Claire and I talked late at night. Did you eat?" She'd ask. "Not yet," I'd reply. I rearranged my days around her voice. One evening, Claire shared, "I have a son, Lucas." "How is he?" I asked. "She barely speaks to me," she said quietly. I heard pain behind her strength. "Lean on me," I told her one night. She hesitated, then whispered, "Thank you." I started to believe love after 50 could be calmer. One night, she missed my call. "Busy day," she said later. Another time, her answers felt vague. "Are you okay?" I asked. "Just tired," she replied. Rachel warned, "Don't rush. Let it grow." Tom said, "Trust your heart." I chose silence instead of questions. I didn't want to push her away. But silence built walls. I saw cracks but ignored them. I told myself patience was strength. Still, my gut whispered doubts. Love felt safer, yes. But safer didn't mean certain. I held her voice close, fearing the distance. That quiet warmth was what I needed. Yet, I knew the choice to stay silent might cost me more than I realized. Claire's phone buzzed on the table. I told myself not to look. But my hands moved first. "Daniel, can we meet tomorrow? I need to explain." The screen lit up again. "Promise I'll make it right." "Missing you." My breath caught. Promises. Meetings. Lies. Claire noticed me staring. "Don't," she said quickly. I wasn't trying to hide. I swallowed. "Who is Daniel?" She looked away, tears forming. His. Complicated. Complicated? You're with me. I know. But he's confused. Confused? I echoed, pain sharp. She nodded, crying. You think I'm overthinking? Maybe, she whispered. My chest ached more than it did after Margaret died. I realized then, this was half love. A love divided. I wanted whole, but she offered pieces. Why should I accept that? I asked. She looked broken. Because it's what I can give. I shook my head. I deserved better. She sobbed harder. Claire, I said softly, I loved you. But I can't be the only one. Then what am I? Someone I'm scared to lose. The silence screamed louder than words. Betrayal at 50 cuts deeper, because you know better. I wanted to hate her, but I only felt hollow. That night, I understood loving again meant risking this, and maybe I wasn't ready to pay the price. I walked away. No shouting. No grand goodbye. Just quiet steps out the door. Inside, I was breaking. Emily caught up to me. Dad, why? She asked. I loved her, I said softly. More than I thought possible. Tom wasn't as gentle. Expose her. Fight Daniel. Demand answers. I shook my head. No. I choose distance. Revenge called to me every day. Make her pay, it whispered. But I held back. I deleted Claire's number, yet kept her messages. Some nights, I reread them. Like scars. Why keep them? Emily asked. They remind me what I lost, and what I wanted. Tom sighed. You're stronger than I thought. I smiled faintly. Or maybe just tired. I realized then, my peace mattered more. More than her apology. More than answers. I wasn't a victim to her mistakes. I was choosing myself. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was dignity. I was breaking, yes, but also healing. No grand gestures. No shouting. Just quiet strength. The kind that whispers, I'm enough. And sometimes, that's the bravest choice of all. I didn't hear from Claire. I heard about her from others. Rachel mentioned it first. She's been asking about you, Rachel said gently. I nodded, feeling nothing. Then Tom called. Daniel left her. Finally, I said without feeling. Emily added, Lucas won't speak to her anymore. That hit harder than I expected. I wanted her to hurt. But not like this. Not with silence. Karma doesn't knock, I thought. It enters slowly, quietly. I watched from the sidelines. No part in her pain. Only a heavy calm inside me. Are you okay? Rachel asked one day. I'm surviving, I said. Without bitterness. It surprised me. I thought I'd be angry. Revenge would taste sweet. But watching karma work without me felt strange and powerful. Like justice without effort. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't broken. I was simply free. Sometimes, I thought, survival is the greatest victory. Claire's story was no longer mine. And for the first time, I felt peace settling in quietly. Not joy, not hatred. Just a calm strength I hadn't known I needed. The knock startled me. I didn't expect Claire. I opened the door. I'm sorry, she said immediately, voice shaking. For everything. I stayed silent. She looked desperate. Please, hear me out, she begged. I made mistakes. I was scared. I didn't interrupt. Something inside had already healed. You hurt me, I said softly. I loved you. Her eyes filled with tears. I never stopped caring. But I love myself more now, I added. That's something I lost for a while. She sobbed harder than I've ever seen. Can't we fix this? No, I said quietly. We can't go back. Her hands trembled. I'm sorry, she whispered again. I hope you find peace, I said. She nodded, tears streaming down. I'll always regret this. She turned and left. I didn't follow. That was my victory. Not revenge. Not anger. Just peace. I closed the door gently, breathed deeply. For the first time in a long time, I felt whole. Loving her was real. Loving myself was stronger. She came back too late, but I was already free. Months passed quietly. I focused on my health, on friendships, and small, quiet joys. One afternoon, I met Helen at the bookstore. No sparks, no fireworks, just comfort. "Hello," she said softly. "Looking for anything special?" I smiled. "Just something to read." We talked about books, about life's simple pleasures. No rush. That was new. Love no longer felt like hunger. It was a choice. A calm, steady choice. Emily noticed the change in me. "You seem different," she said one day. "Smiling more. Sleeping better." I nodded. "I am. I've learned something love never taught me before. Wholeness. Not needing someone to complete me, but choosing to share my completeness." Helen became a symbol of that future. Not a replacement. Just a new chapter. We didn't rush. We just were. And I realized, sometimes love isn't about passion. It's about peace. Something I hadn't known I was missing. I was healing. And that was enough. Turning 50 felt different this time. Not just a number, but a mark of all I'd lost, loved, and survived. I often wonder, how did I get here? From the pain to the quiet calm? I forgive Claire silently. Not for her. For me. Because holding on to anger only breaks me. Why forgive? I ask myself. Because I deserve peace. I visit Margaret's grave one morning. The grass still green. The stones still cold. "Thank you," I whisper, "for teaching me that love doesn't end with loss." Her memory is a gift, not a chain. I talk to her like she's right there. Love changed me. It didn't stop. Inside, my heart beats strong. Not out of longing, but strength. I choose life, peace, dignity. Do you know what I learned? I ask the silence. That love is not just about holding on. It's about letting go, about growing, about becoming whole. I smile, feeling the sun on my face. The future isn't empty anymore. It's full of quiet hope. And my heart, it still beats. Not for someone else, but for me. Strong, steady, ready for whatever comes next.